the subject is called as data structure. If you wanted to handle the data which is huge in size, then you have to have a subject is called as a big data analytics. So whatever the way we are connecting all the subjects which we are dealing with or studying is related to the concept of data. So in that perspective, if you look at the supervised learning, the idea is that we have a couple of data and along with that the data are associated with something is called as a class label. So with that class label I supposed to do there is a task is called as a training as per the supervised learning. Then during the training I supposed to make a model to learn. Once we wanted to evaluate whether the learned model and the performance of the learned model, we have to do with something is called as a testing. Generally in testing we used to give the data which is not seen in the training and we have to predict what a class label is supposed to produce such a way that I have to compare with the original class label. This is how we will be doing any machine learning. And coming to the types, we will be generally having the two types. One is the classification and one is the regression. If it is a classification, the results are categorical data. If it is a regression, it is the numerical value or continuous value. We have a couple of algorithms. Say for example, linear regression is one of the algorithm will be used for this regression, and random forest is one of the algorithm will be used for classification as well as regression, and support vector machine is one of the algorithm it is used for classifications. But it is not only limited to, we have some more couple of algorithm in it. But with respect to the research perspective, with respect to the classifications, I wanted to personally discuss this particular appropriate keyword that are highlighting the process of classifications. First, we wanted to talk with the word is called as an instance. Generally, the instance is nothing but a test sample, and the process of this sample is called as inference. The result of this sample is called as label. And before we perform the testing, we have to do something is called as a training. Before we wanted to do the training, we have to do something is called as a pre-processing or curation of data set. Generally, if the data sets are not annotated with the class label, we supposed to annotate with the class label. The process is called as the labeling. From the labeled data, I have to make a model to learn. The process is called as a training. And how you supposed to make the model to train with the help of something is called as a feature vector, or we used to call as a collections of attribute, or the other way we used to call as a feature. And the last important thing is called as a model. Generally, whenever we are dealing with this machine learning algorithm, we used to say the word is called as a model, machine learning model, machine learning model. But how even I wanted to decode the word a model. So model is nothing but a mathematical representation. So generally, what the mathematical representation consists of? A mathematical representation consists of two components, only two components. One is the parameter, another one is the variable. So now the variables are supposed to extracted from the data set, and the parameter you supposed to define. That's why generally in the machine learning, if you are applying any model, there will be a question is called as have you tuning your parameter. Say for example, y equal to mx plus c. If you take this straight line formula, the value of, if you look at this whole things, they consist of four components: y, m, x, c. As I have highlighted in the previous scenario, every model is consists of variables and parameters. Here the variables are x and y. I am supposed to get it from the data set. The parameter is called as m and c. So what value is supposed to give for m? What value is supposed to give for c? So I cannot able to give a single value. According to make my line should fit with the minimal number of error in the data point, I supposed to update that m and c. So the process is called as tuning the parameter. So whenever we are applying any algorithm, a model, literally called as a mathematical model. Mathematical model literally called as a variable and parameter. So there is a question about how you have tuned your parameter. So in that continuity, if you look at that unsupervised algorithm, here we don't have something is called as a class label. The raw data is given. The idea behind is you have to identify the group or structure or pattern in the given data set. Generally, if you are given with the multiple images, you have to either identify whether this belongs to the traffic light signal or stop symbol or any speed limit. So this is how we have a couple of algorithms with respect to the unsupervised model. Generally clustering, which is identifying the group. Another one is the anomaly as dimensionality reduction. So another one is reinforcement learning. So these three backgrounds comes under the concept of machine learning. So before I wanted to go for reinforcement learning, the idea is that there is two components in the reinforcement learning. One is the environment, another one is the agent. So agent is supposed to interact with the environment. Every actions with the environment, it will be provided with the two components, either one of the components. Either it will be given with the reward for that or the penalty for that. Accordingly, the learning will happen. One of the example of this reinforcement learning is there is research with respect to the mechanical industry or production industry is called as disassembling the part. Whenever we are disassembling any used product, then we wanted to identify the proper order such a way that I have to come up with at least some of the products are useful. Say for example, I wanted to disassemble this mic. After some 15 years, I wanted to get that some of the product of this mic should be reusable. So in what order I have to disassemble? Should I disassemble this first, followed by this, followed by this? Or else I have to disassemble this, followed by this, followed by this. In what order I have to disassemble that, so that I wanted to get some meaningful product or useful product out of it. So this is the thing which we can able to implement effectively by using this reinforcement learning concept. So coming to this, the next dimension. One of the element in the machine learning specifically is called as a neural network, which inspire our human brain. So I have the example of this neural network with respect to the healthcare application. So first, the very basic thing is this is the actual biological neural network, which is having the component of nucleus, dendrite, and axon. So generally, the dendrites are represented as the input, and the process will happen with the nucleus, and the outputs are will be called as the axon. But it is a biological neural network. If I wanted to convert into an artificial neural network, this is what the architecture. So which we generally consists of three components. One is the input layer, another one is the hidden layer, and another one is the output layer. So the number of nodes in the input layer is based on the feature, and the number of nodes in the hidden layer or number of hidden layer is completely depend upon our research, right? So as of now, we don't have any dedicated approach for that. We have to come up with two layer with each layer how many nodes in it. So this is how, if we closely look at some of the pre-trained model of deep learning, there we have already existed architecture with this detail. So now if you are as such applying that network like a mobile net, REST, or else if you are come up with your own neural network, you have to justify all the parameters. So now I will take this process. There are two processes as a part of this neural network. One is a feed forward. So from input layer to the next layer in the forward direction, the data movement. Another one is as I have highlighted, if you take any model, even neural network is also a model, which consists of two components. Again, the variables and parameters. The variables are given into the input layer, but from the input layer to hidden layer or input layer to output layer, the connections are associated with something is called as a weight. The weight is nothing but a parameter. Likewise, we will be having one more parameter in the neural network is called as a bias. So these two components we supposed to come up with the proper processes called as a back propagation. Generally, the back propagation will be happen with the help of something is called as a gradient descent, but it is not only the approach. We have some more approach to tune the parameter with respect to the neural network. So now I will come up with this flow. This is actual flow of the neural network. I will come up with one example. So this is one of the example where I have dosage as well as some illness or virus. I wanted to predict exactly the dosage level is low, dosage level is medium, and dosage level is high. How that the impact is for the given illness. So I have three set of people. If the dosage is low or dosage is high, I cannot get any useful result in the treatment of the illness. Whenever the dosage is in the middle or medium, I can able to get some result. So with this influence, I wanted to design this neural network. First thing is, this is what actually my data points. So if I wanted to make a proper connectivity among this data point, if I try with a line, I can always connect something like this. So this is what we will call as a squiggle line. So if I fit this squiggle line, then I can able to identify, provided any dosage value, I can identify what would be the corresponding efficacy of that medicine. If the dosage level is high, dosage level is low, or dosage level between 0 to 1. But it is not with respect to only these three. Even if you are increasing your feature, you can able to fix this by using this squiggle line. So now how actually I am going to achieve this? I wanted to tell you with some numerical background. So here I have designed or I have shown one neural network where it's a very simple neural network, consists of one input node, two hidden node, and one output node. So that input node is always receiving the dosage value between 0 to 1, and I have two nodes in the hidden layer, and I have output layer, that is the efficacy level. But every intermediate node, that is a hidden layer, and nodes are associated with some curved line. The curved lines are actually going to fix this squiggle. So this is the squiggle which we told. So this wanted to fix it in the proper situation with the help of these lines. This is nothing but activation function in the neural network. So generally we have a couple of activation function. The activation function, this is we will call as a soft plus. Likewise, in general we will be using something is called as a sigmoid